Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Ali Moreno is with us, as is Frank Leboeuf, Steve Nicol as well. Steve, I'm noticing something new behind you this week. A couple of bottles of champagne. They are definitely new.
Are they?
Yes.
I wouldn't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Eleanor's.
Well, what have they got on them? Are they like Man of the Match awards or something?
Aye.
Let's have a look.
There's one over there.
Yeah, we can't see that one.
That one's.
Come on, take the nearest one.
This is really difficult. Really difficult.
By the way,
If it doesn't come...
hey,
Hey.
it's not even opened.
Yes, well, we can
It's not
see.
even opened.
We can see that. What is it?
91.
What is it?
1981.
91.
Oh, 91. What's
That's
it?
hard to
You
believe.
know
I
what,
was.
Daniel?
What's it for?
How was it
Daniel.
my best that year?
Daniel
Liverpool
and the
against
guys,
Sheffield Wednesday.
you know that if it's not come from Rennes or from France, you can't call it champagne.
Well, maybe.
It's not a champagne if it doesn't come from Rennes and Champagne, in fact.
Oh, thank you very much for that lesson.
Well, you have to know things, you know.
That's a useless piece of information.
It's why we call it Prosecco. In Italian, we call it Prosecco because
Right.
it's not come from Champagne.
Okay.
All right.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much for that, Frank.
Hey.
You do realise
A
who
little
you
bit
talk
of
to,
culture
Frank.
in that show
Me,
will
Ali,
be
and
will be
Dan.
nice, you know.
That's when you think of our show, you think culture.
Very much so.
Frank, can PSG win the Champions League this season after last season's heartbreaking defeat in the final?
Well, so far, I don't really think that they are capable of doing even the same thing that they did last season. But you know, things can change. They can get better, and they have the individuals to do so. Now they really have to find a real tactic. The two players, the two stars, they have to be at the top like they did today. But it was against Başakşehir. It wasn't against Liverpool or the team, and I want to see more from that team. They're capable of, but I still questioning their spirit and the power of in fact the squad.
What do you think, Stevie?
I don't think so. I don't think you can. You shouldn't be going in trying to win a Champions League relying on just two players. That's not a good place to start. Is it possible? Well, you never know. Maybe the two of them turn up on the right night, the right time, on the right day, and do what they're actually good at. But you can't rely on that to win a Champions League.
You know what, Daniel? What I think really it's. In fact, when you see the two last winners, Liverpool and Bayern Munich, you see two real teams, two real squad with no stars. When you see how much Barcelona struggle with Messi, when you see how much Paris Saint-Germain struggle with Neymar and Mbappé, it's like I'm thinking that maybe it's impossible to win a Champions League nowadays if you have a star and if you put the tactic around him and choose the squad around him or the team around him. I think it's better to have no celebrities, no fame, but a team.
Real Madrid did all right with that Ronaldo chap, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but it's maybe the exception to the rule. And it's how long since Ronaldo left?
I like that, Frank.
Well, they won 3 in a row with him, didn't they? So it can't be an anomaly.
Yeah. But no. Have you seen that I didn't mention Ronaldo? I mentioned Messi with the problem that Barcelona has.
Right.
I mentioned Paris Saint-Germain with Neymar and Mbappé. But I just say that when you see Liverpool, and you see Bayern Munich, the two last winners, it's a team. No stars. Everybody fights for the others. That's maybe the reason why they're winners.
I say we go back to talking about Prosecco and Champagne.
Oh. Yeah. Apparently, if it's not from Rennes, you can't call it champagne.
Well, you know that I actually...
Rams.
Rams. Yeah, going back to that for a second. So I was Player of the Month a couple of times. They gave me this... They give me this big old... I mean, and you know I don't drink. But they give me this big old bottle of champagne or wine or whatever it was. And then in one of the many moves that I had in Major League Soccer, one of the many moves, they did not make it to the next step. Somebody, one of the movers,
they took it.
Midway through, they had a good time with it.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, they did not make the move.
What do you call the big ones? Are they magnums? Is that a magnum, Frank? When it's the big bottles?
It can be bigger. A magnum is 2 bottles in capacity, is 2 quantity, is 2 bottle of champagne.
Yep.
Then after you have Jeroboam as well, is bigger.
Ooh.
And after you have another one, I don't remember the name.
Look at it, it's just...
It's everywhere.
Every day is a school day with us on Extra Time. It's awesome. Yes, Stevie?
Dan, who was the joke?
Who was the joke?
Who was the joke? There was a... Oh, it was Carlton Palmer. A guy called Carlton Palmer played for England, Sheffield Wednesday.
Yep.
And he was at a big fancy do in a big fancy hotel. And he called the waiter over and said to the waiter, he said, give me the biggest bottle of champagne you've got. And the guy said, a Magnum? And he went, well, if you don't have any Moët Chandon, Magnum will do.
Hey!
Well done.
Gareth Bale cannot get minutes in big matches for Spurs, and the UK media is not making a noise. Has everyone come to the realisation that he is simply not that player anymore, and their attacks on Zidane was baseless? Ali.
Well, I don't know what the attacks on Zidane were, but I think we have reported on this show many a times, and we've had this discussion many a times, that Gareth Bale, yes, is not the player that he once was. His priority, first and foremost, is to be healthy, and that in itself has proven to be a challenge. And now, Jose Mourinho, who was supposed to be the guy with all the answers for Gareth Bale, that this was the move that would propel Gareth Bale to be what he was in the past, not quite working out either.
Stevie?
I didn't actually hear the question, Dan.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry. I'm going to move on. Did your agents ever cause headaches for you in your playing days, such as what Raiola is doing with Pogba? Frank?
No. I wasn't at the top like Pogba, maybe. So it was very easy for me. You know what? The last contract that I had with Chelsea, I dealt it myself. I went to Colin Hutchinson's office and I say, okay, I want that. He said, okay, I signed. Easy.
Perfect. Nice.
My agent was very pleased. We were very pleased. I was an easy guy. No problem, no headaches.
How did you pick your agent, Frank?
In fact, they started their career the same year that I started mine, and I thought it was like, I don't know, a sign, let's say, a destiny, and I talked to them. They were two, and we talked, and we matched, and I said, okay, let's go for it, and I did all my career long with them.
Oh, are you still friends?
Well, with one, yes. The other one passed away last year from cancer, and I really think about him because he was too young to live.
Stevie, your agent?
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, back in my day, the agents had just started. Probably the late second part of the 80s, shall we say, agents started coming into it. But at that time, agents were very much, doing exactly what you told them. Because if an agent came out and said anything, you would get absolutely annihilated in the dressing room. All the usual, who are you, and think you're a big timer, and agents and all this. So no, that would never have happened. I don't think you need the 80s, that's for sure.
I don't think you need a lawyer when you are a top player, because clubs come and you can discuss. What you need is a lawyer to exactly know what you're going to put in your contract, because the money that you want, you can deal yourself. When you're when you're a young player, maybe it's when you need those agents to find you a new club when you want to change from the club you were, maybe raised. So that's maybe why I don't understand Raiola coming into the show where Pogba could deal the problem he has with Man United by himself.
Is the bird on your T-shirt riding a bike? What's it doing on top of those circles?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You are insulting the first French emblem. It's in 1920, where you had the two circle, we represent the amateur and also the professional, and
yes.
And the rooster, who became in fact the single emblem afterwards. But it was a rotation system, let's say, before we started to go with the rooster. But it's not bicycle. My God.
You didn't know about the rotation system?
No, I didn't know about the
We rotate. This is what we do.
On a bike.
A lot of games coming.
Ali, who made the bigger mistake?
Yeah.
Lopetegui choosing to manage Real Madrid and leaving Spain national team, or Ronald Koeman choosing Barca and leaving the Dutch national team?
I'm going to say Lopetegui because this was right before the World Cup. And what that meant, not only for Lopetegui himself, but what that meant for the national team and created the sort of controversy and the preparation or lack thereof for the Spanish national team heading into the World Cup. I thought that was a more significant mistake, both on a personal level for Lopetegui and certainly for the national team as well.
Final question. My son is 2 tomorrow. He genuinely watches this show. Ah.
Hey, well.
Thank you very much. You're the one.
You see? Culture.
He has no idea what's going on. No, neither do we.
That's pretty much...
But I think he likes all the shouting. He also watches Family Guy with me, as he just sees it as a kid's cartoon with a cool baby and a dog. Can I get a happy birthday, Paul, please? He hates Gab.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Paul! We love you, Paul!
Happy birthday! Joyeux anniversaire, Paul! Joyeux
Happy birthday,
anniversaire!
Paul. Hey, he's clearly a good judge. That boy's clearly a good judge of character.
Brilliant. Happy birthday, Paul. On that note, we will leave you. Thank you very much for watching. Who knows what will be involved in tomorrow's Extra Time. Be sure to join us.
Paul!
What lessons will be learned?
I love you, Paul!
We know that Paul will be too. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.